What's up everybody, welcome back to another Riding Dad channel video, or welcome if it's your first time. Either way, glad to have you. We're changing out the risers. In my case, we're going from an 8-inch Murdock from Biltwell, which has a pullback, to a 10-inch. We'll talk about why, we'll talk about what it entails, we'll talk about why my tank's already off, right after this intro.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding down a
So, what we're doing today, like I said, we're switching out the 8-inch risers that I have with the 10-inch risers. I'm going to try to put them as close as possible. You'll see it's about, obviously it's a 2-inch difference as the name implies. What this should do, because of the rake and angle and everything, it should bring the bars a little bit closer to me, and then also obviously up a little bit. So specifically with these bars, they are a solid riser construction, which I highly recommend. Anything over like 4 or 5 inches. Which means this whole bottom piece is one. You know, some will even have other kind of support braces and stuff in the in-between, but these, you have to thread the wire through the bottom because they're not two separate pieces. So we will have to go ahead and take everything off, which is partially why my tank is off. The video I filmed about 30 minutes ago is installing my SNS 55mm intake manifold. So if you didn't watch that, go ahead and click wherever it is up in the front or the bottom of the description, wherever in my Lowrider S build series playlist. But to do that, you have to take the tank off. Since the tank was already off, where the wires are down here in the frame, it's easier to get to without the tank. However, the past 2 times I've changed my risers on this bike and the other 2 times on the other bike I had a while ago, I didn't take the tank off. It's doable without the tank. Is it easier without the tank? Yes, but it's not terrible. So I just went ahead and left the tank off. It'll make everything way easier. Thankfully, my clutch cable should be long enough. I might have to replace it, but it'll definitely be long enough to get the job done for today. It might just be a little too tight for my liking, in which case I'll just order a new one from Magnum Shielding, because that's where I get all my stuff. And my brake cable, because I ordered slightly too long last time, I will have way more than enough in my, or not cable, brake line. My brake line, I'll have more than enough, way more than enough, so I'm not worried about that at all. And all my wire extensions, I should be okay with. I believe I have at least like 1 inch or 2 with them, especially they come down. Oh yeah, definitely. They come down pretty, so it'll actually clear up a little space where the headlight is. So the cool thing about Biltwell also, and I don't know if any other riser company does this, but I always, especially with the stock one, the stock M8 Softails are coming with these garbage double-sided bolts where it's just a bolt that you thread into the riser and then you put the nut on it. It's not a one-piece construction. It's not a grade 8. It's just a garbage bolt. Your whole life is in the hands of these 2 bolts and this riser bar setup that you have. So why not make it something that is going to be for sure safe? So I always replace them with grade 8 bolts anyway. Biltwell comes with grade 8 bolts specifically, you know, with the package, which is pretty cool because I didn't remember if it did or not, but it's nice that they do. And you should never reuse them, especially, you know, once they're torqued down to specs and they have a lot of stress on them. Just get new ones. It's like $2 tops, maybe $2.50 per bolt for these sizes at a hardware store. If your risers don't come with them, I mean, it's a very easy insurance policy. If you saw my Power Vision mount, I have a Power Vision mount from my machinist right now. It clamps on the bottom of these risers because it's for, I think it's like a 1 1/4 or 1.5 inch bar for the risers, and these are 1 inch all the way around. So I'm gonna have to take that off. The cool thing is it's already set up for like the angle that I want, and this part of the riser won't change. So I'm just gonna put it exactly back on the new risers, exactly how it was, and I don't have to mess with that. So yeah, I'm gonna leave everything on the bars because I'm using the stock bars. Tank's already off. I don't have to worry about scratching up the tank. Just gonna kind of place the bars there. We'll go ahead and remove the old risers. We'll take the wires out of them and we'll put the new risers in and we'll see how she goes. All right, once I got everything done, at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and put the new risers in first. Loosely get them done, install the stock, or not stock, the supplied bolts from Biltwell with the new risers using blue Loctite. In the instructions, they tell you to torque these bolts down to, 30 to 40 foot-pounds of torque, and then the top bar clamps down to 12 to 18 foot-pounds of torque. That's what it says in the instructions, but I'm just going to do it loose right now, get those risers up, thread everything through, and put the bars there. That way I have some place to put the bars, and this is not hanging out there for too long. But yeah, it's pretty easy. Also, I will say the stock Harley bushings are garbage, just like a lot of stuff that's stock Harley is garbage. These specifically that I have and I've been loving are the Good and Tights from Alloy Art. These are the ones directly through them. They make an orange one, I think, from like for Speed King's special style or whatever. But a couple different people carry Good and Tights from Alloy Art. I've been using them in the past 2 risers I've had. They're really good. So yes, this is the time to replace the bushings with a upgraded bushing that you have. Obviously, the taller the bar, the more important the bushings even become. So make sure you take care of that. Let's go ahead and put the new risers on, thread it through, put the new bars on, and see how she feels.
happen. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. My neighbors compete to see who can put up was just a boy. Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am. But right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song.
Ta-da! Risers are done. I put the wire loom back on, which that's what it's called, by the way. If you were curious, this is wire loom. It's like a mesh. It comes in. I got an advanced auto parts. It's a 3. This one is the 3/4 size. How long? I think the box says 8 feet, if I can read it correctly. So you have a lot. I've done this like a million different times, rerouting in different ways. Zip tied these wires to keep it nice and clean in a bundle, and then I rerouted my GPS and stuff wires just to make it a little bit better, especially while I had the tank off. The risers, they look exactly the same. Obviously, it's the exact same kind of riser, which is good because I knew exactly what it was going to feel like, and it was just going to be 2 inches. By the way, guys, the reason I keep going with the Biltwell Murdock risers with the pullback, there's a couple reasons. One, the price point is great. They're about $170 on Tucker Speed. Make sure you check out the affiliate link in the description of this, and then use my coupon code that's there too to get yourself a set of these risers or anything else they have on their site and get a discount code and help me out as well. So yes, they are cheap compared to a lot of different risers. They're very sturdy. In my opinion, they're a very good quality. The finish has always been good. This will be my 3rd or 4th set, total, second for this bike. And I'm a shorter rider. These have 2 inches of pullback. Every other one, I think it's like 1.5 or 1 1/4 inch of pullback is the farthest pullback I've ever seen on any risers, no matter what I've looked at. These have the most pullback out of any of them. So that's one of the main reasons I wanted to try them out in the first place, and now I'm going to keep going with them. And then obviously I just bumped up from the 8 to the 10. I have another video. I'm about to film my 3rd video in the same day. It'll be released in different segments, but it makes sense to do them all cohesively with what I have off on the bike. I'm replacing the battery, which actually you guys will see before this video, like probably a month before this video, with how my editing schedule is, how I have it set up. But I did put the seat on for a second just to see how it feels. It feels great. I think this is ideal. So I am about 5'8", guys. I'm getting older. I might be shrinking. I might be about 5'7" now, but I'm about 5'8", 5'8.5", depending on the shoes I'm wearing, honestly. I'm going to be realistic with you guys. These are the stock Harley bars. I have an SDC Pro seat. from Saddlemen with the backrest, and the backrest is in it's on, but it's in the lowest position. And then obviously these are the 10-inch risers with 2-inch pullback from Biltwell, and this is a dream come true. So the 8-inch was good, but it always felt like it could be just a tad closer and a tad higher to be like real, you know, good rider triangle. These are exactly where it's at. I wouldn't go any higher for my height. I was okay with the 8, so if you're thinking about getting the 8 and you're maybe like 5'6" or 5'7", maybe try 8, but honestly these 10s are golden for me. Everything is back on the bike. Like I said, I put the tank on, obviously. These, I'm very happy with the install. I've been up since 3 a.m. and it is now 8, so I've got a lot done so far, but I still have a lot more to get done. Please make sure you check out all the links in the description. Check out the video playlists if you want to see my e-bike build series and you've never seen anything with my e-bike before and you're new to the channel. Check everything I have done to this bike. I have a video on as far as an install. So check that out. Check out all the other stuff. And like I said, don't forget to check out Tucker Speed. Anything they sell for any of these bikes, you get a 10% discount code. I think it's 10, maybe it's 5. Either way, you get a discount code using coupon code RIDINDAD. And please use my affiliate link because it helps me out as well. They're good people. Support them. They support us for sure. They support the riding community. So lots more to come on this. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on post notifications. Please give this video a thumbs up because it really does help me out. It helps the channel out and I appreciate it. And until the next time, guys, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.